I'm Kerry Wood and I'm the founder of Prolong Lash.
My name's Alicia from Prolong Lash. I am a lash artist of 15 years and I'm a mum of three, a 4.5-year-old, a 3-year-old and an 8-week-old.
Hi, I'm Jodie. I'm the CEO at Prolong Lash and the mother of 2 beautiful kids, Harry and Sammy.
I started doing lashes back 15 years ago in a salon in South Yarra working for Kerry, who is the founder of Prolong Lash. She taught me how to do lashes and we started working in this salon together, tiny salon, just 3 little beds, and after many years of doing that together, I went and worked for myself for 3 years. The reason that I chose to do that was because I had kids.
Oh, it was an interesting story. I came from a corporate background and was looking for something to be a hobby and thought that lash extensions would be a lovely way to do that. This hobby very quickly grew into me being so busy when I was out of work that every weekend was taken up, which was great. Got to the stage that I was really hating on my corporate life. It was just too demanding and was looking for something different, and just made the decision, put a stake in the ground, leave work and just do this full time. And everyone that I knew thought I was completely crazy.
I've been with Prolong Lash for about 4 years. My original background was the surf industry. I was the CEO of a company called Rip Curl, and that was quite a different journey than I'm taking now. But the opportunity to become an operational CEO of any company is quite exciting, particularly in the beauty industry, which I'd never worked in before.
Trust. People put their trust in you. Their eyes are closed during the service and you have very sharp tools near them and they have to put a lot of trust into you. So I think that I learnt how to develop relationships with people and, you know, be able to perform my job as best as possible.
How organised and disciplined my life needed to be. The level of intensity and concentration is very different as a lash artist. So I think I learnt to just go with those situations, immerse yourself in that situation and just completely take your home hat off, do that, enjoy it, use that as your relaxation time, and then next, put the next hat on. You're back to being a mum.
My most valuable lessons as a CEO, all right, you can never know everything. Make sure that you're really open to new suggestions in the market, to watching what's working in the place, to get on community groups and really listen to what the customer and the clients are asking for. You know, Prolong's grown because you asked for it, so we supplied it. So that's the way that we've grown as a business. So I think it's really important to ensure that you're always listening and always out there getting new ideas and bringing those new ideas back into your business.
It was probably a little bit different for me at that time because my children were getting to the age where they really weren't dependent on me. So my time was mine to just call my own, to lash what I wanted to, until my youngest daughter was run over in an accident. And at that time, she was 22 years old and she had a 7-year-old and an 8-month-old girl. And I inherited those children while I had my salon, and life was turned upside down and completely crazy, and that's when things got real. Transitioning to an empty nester to starting all over again was, to say it was overwhelming would be an understatement. Because I didn't have that opportunity to, spend the 9 months, have the baby, let it all happen naturally. So I personally found that transition really, really difficult. It was an interesting time. At that stage, my salon was reasonably small and there was only 3 of us working out of it. All 3 of us had to adjust to having an 8-month-old in the salon with us most of the time. I trained my clients to do bottles, to nurse the baby, it kind of became our lash family, and everyone that were our clients at that time, they grew up with these children. And I don't know if everyone can create that kind of relationship with their clients, but I think if lashing kind of gives you the opportunity to do that, because the majority of people that we're servicing are women. Most of them will either have children or will experience children or have nieces or nephews. So for them to kind of become part of your salon family is such a great thing. I think it just made me more determined to make this work. I kind of felt like I didn't want to go back to corporate. I didn't really have a choice. I have to accept the fact that I've got 2 new babies that I've got to raise again. I just need to make this work.
I was a single mum, so I raised my kids on my own for 12 years, and I had to play that mum and dad role. So it was really, sometimes really trying for me. It was really testing. It tested my strength and my resilience. Having kids has been one of my biggest motivators to be successful. My kids watch me work, and they're really proud when I work. They're really proud when they see me achieve things. They are very supportive and come with me on that journey. And I think it's important that you have that open communication with your kids, because it's teaching them good work ethics as well.
I think women are amazing. You just kind of buckle down and stay focused and have a plan and just be organised. Get up at the same time every day, do the same thing, get a really good routine happening so the children know what to expect. And clients are kind of okay, you know, if your phone rings at 3 o'clock, it's time to pick up your daughter, whatever, you excuse yourself, you go, sorry, it was just my daughter, just got to, you know. You can't kind of get away with that in corporate life, but you can when you are a master of your own future, when you're a lash artist.
Yes, I'm sure that it has helped a lot, because I did learn patience and I learned how to listen. I think as a lash artist, you spend so much time listening to people and, you know, being attentive, that is something that you need as a mum as well. And do I think being a mum has made me a better lash artist? Yes, because on the days that you used to think were a hard, long day doing lashes, nothing compared to a hard, long day being a mum.
I'm not sure that being a mum made me a better lash artist. In my mind, I separate those two things. It was my relaxation and healing time, just being there doing lashes. That was me, that was my time. When I'm out of that zone, then I'm being a mum. And probably like every mum, you just want to do the things that you do, you just want to do them all well. So getting that balance is really important. I don't think lashing made me a better mum. I don't think my corporate life made me a better mum. When I was mum, I was being mum. What does motherhood mean to me? Big question, really.
That's a full-on one.
That's probably the easiest thing I've been asked today. Motherhood to me means friendship, means respect. God, unconditional, just unconditional love that you feel every day for your kids. You watch them grow, you nurture them. It's a real balancing act between being their friend and being their parent.
I'll tell you something personal about me. My daughter was a welcome surprise. We hadn't planned on having kids, so it was a bit of adjustment for me to become a mother. It wasn't something that I had anticipated doing, but once you meet your little human that you've created, I think that you really change your perspective on life as a whole. So you become quite a different person. Your entire life is about another person and keeping them safe and happy. Once I was in that role, I realized that I loved it, and that's why I ended up with 3.
Well, being a mum for the first time, it just changed me at the core, as it does with, you know, people can't explain what love is until you have a baby, and the love is just so intense.
It would just be give yourself some grace. I know that sometimes clients can be very disappointed if you have to reschedule, or you know, you have to move something because of the needs of your little one. And I have seen, you know, people get very disappointed when they haven't been able to get what they want, and lash artists often take that on for themselves and feel terrible and are trying to, you know, move the world to try to fit this client in and fix things. But, you know, your true clients that really care about you will understand. You're a human being, you're not a robot.
As a lash artist, when you're balancing work and life, I think the main thing is that if you do work from home, that you have a real separate area, that you make sure that you're separate, that your salon, even though it might be in your home, it's separate from your house. Like try and have a wall, or try and have an area that's kid friendly, or that's, you know, no-go for kids, so that you can walk out of that area and walk into your home life and have that separation. Like it's really important if you are working from home to make sure that you get time away from work. But as a general rule, as a mum, include your kids, make sure they know what you're doing, and be open with them about your business, and don't shut them out. And just remember, when work's finished, you have to leave that. Your kids don't understand that you just come home and you're grumpy or you're tired.
If I was to give advice to a lash artist who was pregnant and doing lashes, I would honestly say just look after your body.
Try not to overstretch yourself. It's a big call being a new mum anyway. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of emotions and hormones running around your body. So just be easy on yourself.
Because lashing is hard enough on you as just a normal person who's working every day, let alone someone that is growing another life inside you. So apart from the physical aspects of looking after yourself, make sure that you look after yourself mentally, and, you know, make sure that you are giving yourself breaks, giving yourself grace. Don't book yourself back to back like you used to. Don't work 7 days a week. You know, take care of yourself. You are creating another human.